This is the Weekly Terry, my friends, and if you don't know what that means, this basically we're covering Star Trek Picard and everything showrunner Terry Matalas is doing with said series. And we like to do it every week. It's really fun for us to do. We started this off almost as like a joke. We were covering it a lot, so I applied a random name to it. I'm like, oh, let's just do the Weekly Terry. And then it sort of evolved into an actual weekly segment, and now I look forward to it every week. The Weekly Terry. And so does Terry, apparently, because Terry's like, can use better pictures.
In all fairness, it was not a great picture.
I mean, how many pictures are there of Terry? Like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, that's a good point. We need to, hide outside his house and just take pictures while he's taking out the trash.
Yeah, he's like...
What are those, raccoons? What is
that? Big fat raccoons. All right.
It's funny. It's like when Picard season 3 is over, it's like we got to figure out what we're going to do to talk about the Weekly Terry. Like we're going to have to Terry went to Olive Garden this weekend and he had the tour of Italy.
Yeah, hopefully there'll be other stuff for us to cover after Picard, because I don't want to stop doing the Terry thing.
That is the goal. Super chat from Orville Nation. Thank you so much, PJ. You guys have done great work supporting Terry. We appreciate that. Terry has earned it. We would not have, when we initially set out to cover this stuff, we said, listen, if it's not good, we're going to burn it down like the rest of it. But Terry earned the respect that he's gotten from us, and he's earned our support, and hopefully he will earn your support too. When the show comes out next week, we are getting to see the premiere tonight. I don't know if it's the first episode or the first 2 episodes. I am not sure what we're going to see.
Yeah. I hope it's the first 2 episodes, because the first episode, without any spoilers, is like, I don't think it's very climactic,
That's a good point. Yeah, I think these things typically do 2 episodes. Usually when you do a premiere, it's 2 hours, so it's like going to a movie. So I'm sure we'll get probably the first 2 episodes. We've now seen the whole show plus the first 6 episodes again. So now we're going to get to see 2 more episodes tonight. So that'll be great. We'll have the review in the member section today, but if you don't go to the member section, we will have that review out when the embargo lifts tomorrow.
Right.
So you'll be able to see it. Also, this Sunday, we have a why you need to watch. And if you support Picard season 3, it's going to talk about everything as to the background as to what's happening in Star Trek. There are so many things that are going on that most people don't understand. And especially one YouTuber named Doomcock, which we've talked about here occasionally, he's really taken into tearing up Robert Meyer Burnett, who, if you're familiar, one of my favorite YouTubers. Robert has all the best Star Trek takes, wonderful stuff. And Doomcock's kind of just come after him on Twitter and other places. And, he doesn't have a leg to stand on. And I got to tell you, the thing is that Doomcock, he can do his shtick and that's all great. The reality is he does not understand how the system works on the inside.
No, he doesn't.
He just doesn't get it.
Doesn't get it.
Okay. He thinks he understands, but he really doesn't understand.
And we've tried to explain to him. He ignores all the explanations.
And we're going to lay out a video on Sunday that's going to break it all down. We're going to go all the way back to Rick Berman era Star Trek, when Gene Roddenberry and Berman, when Gene died and Berman took over. There's something really critical that happened in that phase that will show you. We can even go back to TOS and show you some things that happened there that explain why the studios do what they do and how they work and how it applies to what's happening today. And we're going to show you why burning down the franchise is not going to save Star Trek. All it will do is burn down Star Trek. So stay tuned for that video coming out on Sunday. Then I'm
sorry. It'll hasten the demise of Star Trek, because we need to praise good stuff as much as we criticize the bad stuff.
Right. It's like your kids, right? You if you have
positive
children,
reinforcement, boys.
Yeah. When they do good things, you tell them, good job, so they do more good things.
Right.
This is basic human nature, people. Okay, that's how it works. And if you think that that's not the way it works, and that you need to, punish that child, stick them in a prison, and make sure they learn their lesson for the next 30 years, go to jail. You're going to jail too. That's the wrong thing to do. I was trying to think, what can I say here? That's the wrong thing to do.
Yeah, it's just overall, it's a bad move. Bad move.
Right. So then of course we've got on Sunday that video comes out. Then next Thursday, of course, you've got the premiere. It's actually taking place, I think, Wednesday at midnight.
Right.
You've got the premiere of the first episode of Picard season 3. We're going to have our breakdown of that video, and hopefully. We're working on it right now. We'll have a special treat at the end of that thing for you guys. And that's over on the Prime channel. The following Sunday, we've got the interview with Todd Stashwick, who's playing Captain Shaw as the captain of the USS Titan. That's a huge, wonderful interview. We're going to have a focused on that. And then we're also going to show the entire 1-hour interview on this Unleashed channel the following Sunday. So there's really a lot of great stuff.
There's a lot of stuff. We are working extraordinarily hard to bring the most we can for this outstanding season of television. Also, Archmage asks, is the embargo lifted tomorrow? Yes, the non-spoiler review, as in like no details on the individual episodes, embargo is lifted tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be able to do. I mean, I think the details of the first episode are going to come out because there's a real gray area as to what that embargo means. So you're probably going to learn a lot more about the season tomorrow for sure.
Right.
Or at least the first episode.
Well, all we know is that in the members section, we're going to do our season review, and then that clip will go up on Unleashed tomorrow when we're allowed to release it publicly. All right. What's going on in the Weekly Terry, my friend?
Well, we've got some pretty interesting stuff. I wanted to go through some of Terry's tweets because he has some kind of fun stuff in here. It's funny. There's somebody who in here, I laughed so hard this morning when I saw this. Some guy told Terry Matalas, just tweeted at him, "You suck." I think was it like, "You suck," right? And Terry responded with this wonderful thing. He's like, "I guess I should listen to him because he's a PhD." The guy literally has like PhD next to his name.
Wow.
And he's just got this really just awful take on it.
You know what's funny is I always thought when I was younger, I'm like, the best thing to do would be just to get a doctorate just to mess with people. Maybe that guy got a doctorate in like Asian dance studies, and now he can run around or whatever, some degree that doesn't really matter, you know. I mean, no offense to any Asian dance studies masters out there.
I was gonna say, what?
I'm just saying, like, there are plenty of majors that really have like no benefit in the real world, you know. A lot of them involve dance for some reason. And so you can get a doctorate that you can become a doctor in a lot of things. And a lot of those things just don't matter in the grand scheme of things. So imagine if he is a doctor, but he's like a doctor of like, I don't know. I'm trying to say something that's non-offensive.
Well, I think on his thing, he's like, he skis. He does like something to do with search and rescue. It's like, he's like some sort of a data scientist. I don't know what that means. Like, I guess you crunch numbers. He went to school for 8 years. I guess that's how you get it.
He works from Meta. Incogni really doesn't like his kind.
We got some real interesting stuff. Some people are putting out some information here. One Twitter person who saw the episode said, "I also believe folks will be over the moon with Jonathan Frakes this season, who delivers one of the most emotional and honest character performances of the new era. I felt the decades of experience in Riker's words this season and loved it." Terry Matalas said, "Yup."
So people are already giving their reviews, even though the embargo doesn't lift till tomorrow, huh?
I mean, that's pretty.
I you know what annoys me about that? Like, we've been so careful to follow the rules, and seemingly no one else cares. It drives me nuts.
They didn't give away anything.
I know, but even the non-spoiler reviews are embargoed until tomorrow. So.
Well, we're gonna find out for sure. We might be able to give away a little more. I'm actually thinking you're gonna be able to give away more than the non-spoiler, but we'll see. So that's person's take. So if you're looking for more than just us to be confirmed, if you're here and you're like, I don't trust these guys,
don't listen to us. These guys.
Listen to Dave Cullen and a lot of other people that are saying Picard season 3 is going to be good. Even Nerdrotic told me he's like low key excited about Picard season 3 because of all the hype from people he trusts telling him it's going to be good.
Right.
We'll
I
see
can't
what
wait
it's like.
for a lot of like the really vocal people that that have criticized it to watch it and be like, well, damn, well, shit. I guess it's pretty good. We thought it was gonna be bad too, to be fair, and then we saw it. There's also they're doing these press junkets right now, and
Yeah.
And Stashwick and Jerry Ryan they're partners for the press junket. And when I saw this picture, I'm like, find you a woman the woman that look at you the way Jerry Ryan looks at Todd Stashwick.
Nice. Do not tell his wife Charity that.
I'm just saying.
Charity's like, what?
All right.
We had a great story the other day because I'm sure Todd wouldn't mind us sharing it. We had a great story. We were interviewing Todd, and afterwards he had another interview to go to, like a Zoom call, and he'd been locked out of his house basically. So we were outside of his house into another section of it, and his wife had gone for a run in the neighborhood, and he was like tripping because 15 minutes until he's got this next thing, and he's like, oh my God, where's she at? I can't get into the house to get the laptop. And come to find out, she had already given him the keys. And, wives just take good care of you. So he was all taken care of by his wife, didn't even realize it for everything that he needed. So he really has a great family. It was great.
Yeah, Todd Stashwick is a hell of a guy. Really,
dude's a great guy.
Really awesome dude, man.
I'm so excited that he's in Star Trek.
Yeah, I mean, I always liked him, but then when we met him in person is when I'm like, oh wow, so he's not just like a fun actor that I really enjoy watching. Like he's really a good dude.
Well, he's genuine. It's like a lot of people in Hollywood are kind of very topical. They act like they're giving you time. Like I've done a lot of interviews where people are like, super nice to you, but they're not really there. They're like, their brain is someplace else while you're talking to them.
They're just trying to get through with this task of talking to you.
He was fully engaged in this conversation that we were having. And I'll tell you what, when you watch the interview, it's going to come through. I mean, there was like emotional moments in this interview that you guys are going to see, on both of our parts. I think it was really great. I can't wait till you guys see it.
Although the sound quality is not great.
Is it not?
I mean, his voice comes through fine. It's your voice that's not.
Nobody cares about my voice.
I'm still working on it. We're still getting better at these like on location interviews where we can't control anything but the equipment we bring,
Right. Absolutely. So anyways, that's I don't know if we have anything else. If you want to I would say over the next week, he's going to be extraordinarily active on Twitter. If you can see his tweets, then you're going to see some interesting stuff going on here.
Yeah. This guy, I love this. Yeah, he goes, tonight in LA is Picard Season 3 world premiere, the first screening of Creed 3, and a huge trailer event for Fast X in downtown. All of these things I would like to attend, but as a huge Star Trek TNG fan, I cannot wait to watch Picard. There's a Fast X thing going on. What time is that going on at? Can I do both? Is it possible?
Oh, Fast 10?
There's a Fast X thing going on downtown.
Okay, wait a sec. Oh, a huge trailer event for Fast X. I see.
I'm just saying, can I do both? Is it possible to do both, Shane?
I mean, probably not. It's probably going on at the same time.
I'm gonna message this guy now. So.
You've got a tweet put out here. Terry retweeted this. This is actually pretty good. The new big baddie on Star Trek Picard is Amanda Plummer, daughter of Christopher Plummer, of course, who you guys know was in Star Trek, one of the Star Trek movies. They were both up for Emmys in 2005. She won. He did not. Amanda Plummer's got a really great performance in this show. I think you guys are really going to like her. Are you really like messaging that guy right now on our live stream?
Yeah, sorry.
Priorities, guys. Brian really likes Fast and the Furious.
Yeah,
$5 super chat.
Steven, please get back to me on that, bro.
$5 super chat. Thank you, PJ, so much. Admitting Terry has passed the test as a competent Trek showrunner does not mean you support Secret Hideout. This must be stressed to people. This is a 100% great answer here. Yeah, we're not here to support Secret Hideout, Bad Robot, or any of the Trek that they've put out by themselves for sure. It's turning out, and I hate to say this, but it's turning out that if you go back over J.J. Abrams' kind of big work, like his body of work, the evidence is really starting to show that his stuff is not that great. And he's not as great as I think people think he is.
Yeah, and I was coming to that conclusion a couple weeks ago when we were talking about Lost. I'm like, so he didn't even work on the entire season of Lost. He literally got in there, installed a bunch of mystery boxes and like impossible writing angles, and then was like, okay, good luck everyone, and left. Like, a lot of the work in trying to unravel the mess that he started with was completely different people. Well, he did the same exact thing for a bunch of other projects where he started them and then split. Star Wars, anyone? Star Trek, anyone? He jumped in there. He started something off, installed a bunch of sort of mandatory threads to pull, and then split.
I think that's the problem. Like somebody at some point told him, you can be great, or, and he just started, instead of doing like focused things and doing them really well, he said, I'm just going to do everything. And all of a sudden you see him doing like Stephen King television series. And he's all of a sudden got like 30 projects he's working on. Do you want to be a product? Do you want to be a studio, or do you want to be a guy who makes great content? You pick your lane.
Right.
And so what happens is he creates something semi-okay, like Star Wars Episode 7, and then washes his hands of it, and then he doesn't see the end of it to make sure that it's all done well. And he's done this across many series. And of course, Star Trek, the same thing. The real Star Trek fan isn't J.J. Abrams. It isn't Alex Kurtzman. It was Robert Orsai. That was the Star Trek fan. He was part of the writing team. He was the guy who knew how it worked. Okay. And when he got let go from everything and Kurtzman came over to do New Trek with, as part of Secret Hideout, you put a guy in charge who isn't a Star Trek fan, admittedly so, self-admittedly so, not a Star Trek fan. So, that's part of the problem. So we're going to support Terry. We're going to support Terry Matalas, who is a Star Trek fan, who you've heard time and time and time again, was on DS9, was on Voyager, was a part of Star Trek Enterprise, came to, as you'll learn, I think when we do our interview with him, came to Star Trek out of college as a request to be an intern at Star. He sent out thousands of faxes to go to Star Trek. That's where he wanted to work out of college. He got it. He got his dream job. And now he's come full circle. He's back. We need this guy to be doing more Star Trek. So maybe we should hope for the best.
Yeah, I agree with everything you just said, man.
Thanks.
And it's awesome. And you guys are going to love it. And don't forget, before we leave here, in the members section today, in about an hour, we're doing our non-spoiler review of the season. And hopefully we'll be able to give details, a lot more details than usual. Okay, man.
We will.
By the way, we need to go to these press junkets. By the way, I keep forgetting to tell you that we need to go to these press junkets.
They happened this week. Here's the thing: press junkets are great, but you sit and you get your own little booth, and the actors just filter in, and you get to ask them questions for like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
they're not that great.
I've been to one, but then you get really good footage, though. That's all I care about.
Yeah, good footage. I mean, you can go, but the good one-on-one interviews, that's what we really want to do. So, I mean, I'm okay with going to a press junket as long as we can get you one-on-one for an hour.
Right, yeah, that's not going to happen.
Go deep.
Yeah, our interview with Todd is much better than whatever press junket we would have done. Okay.
100%.
Listen, that's it for the Weekly Terry. Things are really happening and heating up quickly. 1 week, literally next Thursday, 1 week from now is the premiere. 1 week, everyone's going to be able to see how awesome it is. Just to be clear, sorry, I had to cough. They may drop episodes onto YouTube or whatever, like they did the last for a couple seasons. But if they don't, you can get Paramount Plus for free for a month.
Oh, good call. Yes.
For a month. For a month.
I'm glad you put that out.
So we were given the information via our premiere invite, and I don't see a problem with sharing that information. Do you?
Well, I don't know. So was it specific to us?
I don't know, but like, why would they? We're just gonna share it, okay? So
Yeah, might as well. I guess.
I'm gonna share it with you guys right now.
We'll never be invited again, but go ahead. Yeah. Yeah, there are some things that are you should just know, but yeah, okay. What's the code?
So the code is Picard. Basically, Paramount Plus for 1 month for free, no credit card required, with code Picard.
Tell me the code doesn't say Popcast or something, right?
No, it says Picard. I just said it
Picard
twice.
is the code?
Yeah.
Picard. Oh, yeah, then that's fine.
Yeah, 1 month free with code Picard. It says it like in our personal emails. Like,
oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were saying COVID Picard. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Let me be clear. I have a speech impediment. You can get Paramount Plus for free for 1 month by using promo code Picard. Picard.
Perfect. Yeah. So if you really don't want to pay for a whole lot of it, I guess you can. Well, it's 10 episodes, so you have to.
Well, you know what's wild is it expires, like the code expires in April 30th, which means essentially, I'm not throwing this out here. I'm just gonna throw this out here. You could just wait 2 months, for everything to come out, get your free month, enjoy the entire season for nothing.
That's true. You could. So everybody who's saying that they don't want to pay to watch Picard season 3, we just found a way for you to watch it without paying for it. Shh, don't tell nobody.
The code expires. Whose genius idea was that?
Well, they know that nobody's going to wait. I mean, look, they know some people might. Some really dedicated people who really don't want to pay for it might wait. Yeah. But that is a pretty smart way to do it.
Well, there it is, guys. That's it. Free.
We just want to help you guys out. Make sure you're paying as little as possible.
Code from Orville Nation. Would it be nice if you guys interviewed Terry about 12 Monkeys? Yeah, well, we plan to.
Thank you for that super chat, PJ. We are going to be interviewing Terry, and we will be talking about 12 Monkeys. You know, really interesting thing if you look at it. 12 Monkeys is a lot like Star Trek when you think about it.
Right.
You've got the lady who's in charge. She's the captain. Mm-hmm. And she sends all of her people out on away missions.
Right.
Right.
Has the same like hierarchy.
It does. It has this feeling. It's like Terry was like always doing Star Trek. So really, if you haven't seen 12 Monkeys, you're missing out. Like, go watch 12 Monkeys. Enjoy the heck out of that. It's the best time travel science fiction outside of Back to the Future I've ever seen.
Well, I mean, it's the best time travel TV show I've ever seen.
Period. Yes. 100%.
And a second to that would be Travelers for me, which came out Bread Right.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think that's good time.
You don't like Travelers very much.
I like Travelers, but it's not real time travel. It's like these people come back and they don't have
to actually write around the time travel. You're right.
Yeah,
right. That's fair. That's fair.
It's contemporary.
Still a damn good show
with information from the future is a better way to put it.
Right. Yeah. Which was a lot closer, by the way, to the actual the movie that the 12 Monkeys is based on.
Well, no, because Bruce Willis does go back in time.
He goes back. Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, but it's not multiple events. It's different. It's much different.
Yeah. No, you're right. It is. Oh, the movie is totally. I feel
like the movie was easier to write than the TV show.
100%. 100%.
Okay, guys, that's it for the Weekly Terry. Do not forget to subscribe and hit that comment section. Let us know what you guys are waiting for. Whatever. I'm not sure what I just said.